The S-curve compositions, also known as Hogarth's, hard for me to say, Hogarth's curve, is a basic but beautiful composition principle that works not only for landscape artists, but also for portrait artists as well. So William Hogarth was a painter from the 1700s, and he used the S-curve in his pieces, believing that S-curves were the essence of all things beautiful. He wrote that the curvature of the line represents life, beauty, and peace, as opposed to the dull, death-like feeling he would get from a straight line. So S-curves can be used to create leading lines like we've talked about before, to draw your viewer's eye throughout your piece. The S-curve compositions can be subtle or extreme. And as we discussed previously, these curved lines can be used to look peaceful and calming, or you can use them as a way to create some energy within your piece. One benefit to S-curves is that they are so easy to find when you start looking for them. In landscapes, we may find a winding river, an abandoned trail, or the way the S-curve appears when hills connect. In cityscapes, our sidewalks, roads, railroads are really only the beginning of where you may find these S-curves. Also, S-curves mimic the lines of our own body, and portrait artists can utilize this principle in the way they shape and curve their subjects. Contrapposto, and I'm sure you are all so impressed with my Italian accent. Contrapposto is an Italian term that refers to the way that we humans shift our body weight when we are standing from one leg to the other. It's very rare that we stand at attention, like super upright and tall and symmetrical. Instead, in our natural state of standing, our body creates an S-curve as we kind of like shift the weight that we put on our legs. So when we shift our weight, our hips, our spine, our shoulders, and our neck start to begin creating like an S-curve. And contrapposto was an idea used widely during the Renaissance and used by sculptors and painters like Michelangelo to create a sense of movement in a solid form or a still frame. Movement. So how would you, as an artist, make a still frame like a painting or a still object like a sculpture feel alive? Movement in a composition is the idea that the world is alive within the work, but you happen to catch a freeze frame of that moment in time. So referring back to Contrapposto, we can probably agree that it's pretty unnatural for humans to sit frozen in a pose like we see so often in many portraits. Yet by twisting, turning, rotating, and giving action to our subjects, we will in turn create more interesting compositions to look at. Our world also has its own personality that can be portrayed in endless ways on our canvas. So maybe instead of painting the world on a perfect, beautiful, sunshiny day, maybe start taking notes of the weather, the times of day, changes in atmosphere, temperature, wind, and start to imagine how you might show that on your canvas. Impressionists who might paint posed figures or perfect sunny days would use their long, loose brush strokes to capture the fleeting movements and moments of time, light, weather, and the subjects. So when you use stylistic and abstract techniques to create movement within the compositions, it's another great way that artists can break the rules of reality and paint how something feels instead of how it seems to appear within nature.